Hello and welcome to NinjaBill Reviews, and today I'm going to be taking an excited look at the Transformers Studio Series. Took me a while to get him, folks. The Studio Series 86 Snarl, Leader Class Snarl, and happy to have him. I have a few minor nitpicks, and they're mostly subjective, so take it or leave it. But anyway, happy to have this guy. Took me a while to find him, but yeah. Found him out in the wild. I'm really happy for it. So, really happy for it. You know, now just got to wait around and hopefully I can find Swoop. More than, took me a year to find this guy. Let's hope it takes less to find Swoop. Anyway, moving right along, we'll take a look at the box. We'll take a look at the instructions and, his accessory, and we'll talk more about him and all that as we go. So, get him out of the way. And here is the box. We'll raise my camera up, sorry about that. There it is. Here is the box. Awesome artwork going on there. Says Generation, says Takara Tomy logo going on up there. Transformers up the side, as you can see there. Again, that artwork, Transformers the movie, Studio Series, 86, number 19. Says Dinobot Snarl, 8+ Hasbro, plastic-free packaging. So there you go. On this side, it says 86 Studio Series. Close-up shot of his Dino mug. Pretty cool. Says Leader Class. On this side, once again, cool image of him and his mug. Once again, says authentic, plastic-free packaging. They're really trying to sell that, aren't they? This is the top of the box. Yep. Right side up, please. Thank you. There you go. Bottom of the box, corporate stuffs. Back of the box, of course, you have your obligatory product shots, and you got the Transformers the movie. It says Dinobot Snarl. It says big screen inspired. It has a background in there. Shows off in there. I'm not going to show you guys. You know I never really do. But there you go. So backdrop included. Takes 31 steps from robot to Dino mode, or Dino mode to robot. Take your pick. 31 steps. So there you go. Corporate stuffs. And that's the box. And here are the instructions, and they are just your regular instructions. You may pause if you wish to look through that. And yes, he comes partially disassembled, and you have to assemble it. So that piece will come separate in the box, and it shows you how to attach all that. The single accessory, his sword, which is a damn shame. Leader Class should have more accessories, but that's just me. His transforming instructions going on right there. Here you go. In this, you have more going on. There you go. And once again, you may pause if you need to. You know, I don't do transformations much on this channel, but there that is. Fold all that up, and those are the instructions. And we will get back to the Dinobot here, and I like him, man. I do. I like him. Again, there's some aesthetic choices here, and purely aesthetics. I wish this gold paint here was on the head and legs here and here, like it is everywhere else. So, it does make sense why they didn't do this in gold too. I'll probably take care of that myself. Another thing I don't like is how low that tail sits back there. I mean, look at that. It's dead flat. I think that should have been made somehow to maybe swing up more, but otherwise, yeah, he's got a flat bum. I think this should have been made so it could swing up more or something. Again, that's just me, but oh yeah, he's cool. I dig it. He's cool. And we'll look around there. He's got some nice blue eyes. Mouth does open for your information. There you go. Grays, again, that metallic gold, which I wish they would have carried through here. That was the accessory. We'll look at that in a moment. There you go. I wish that would have carried through on this rest of the yellow plastics. Got some blue in there, some black, charcoal actually, black there, reds. So pretty cool all in all. I dig him. There's the bottom. I like the fact that he doesn't have a big cavity like the rest of them do. So pretty cool. We're going to set him over there. Here is his sword. Done in silver. It's yellow plastic, painted silver. I think they did a good job here. So, I dig that. And Although not very well, it can via these tabs and those notches right there store in his dyno mode. I think there could have been maybe I don't know, but that is his storage, so maybe you can pretend like that's a blaster that comes out under his head or something. Although I think it's fine. It's not great, it's fine, but and we're gonna set him over there. I'll see if I can fit the whole team here. And there he is with the rest of the team. You got the Grimlock, you got the Slag, you got the Sludge, and now we have the Snarl, and I just gotta wait for Swoop. And maybe, just maybe, they'll give us, although it wouldn't really fit with the Studio Series 86 line, maybe they'll give us a new Slash, you know? Actually, you know what? That scale actually works. Raptor versus the bigger guys, that scale actually works. Hey, there you go. The Power of the Primes, Power of the Primes one actually works really well scale-wise. Yeah, there you go. Somebody really wants to text me. But yeah, I think that scale all works. I think they look great together. No complaints. So yeah, I think this, think it works great. I mean, I'm telling you, in my opinion, the Dinobots have been some of the best toys we have gotten in years. That's just my opinion. You may agree or disagree. That's fine with me. But in my opinion, these have been the best offers that Hasbro's gave us in years. I mean, in the Chug line anyway. So this really works. These Dinobots have really worked, and better than almost any other Dinobot sets we've gotten in the last 20. So, I dig it. So, I'm going to transform him real quick, and we will be right back. And we're back, and here he is in his robot mode, and honestly, like the other Dinobots, I think Hasbro has made a lot of smart decision-making in the transformation. It's fluid, it's, intuitive, it really, and I love how they've done some decision making here. I do like how everything works in these feet. I love how everything flips around and folds up and folds in the interior here. I've heard people complaining about this spot being hollow right here. Yes, it kind of bothers me, but overall the decision making here has been good. The way how this is all handled here, and the leg, and the fist here. I mean, it's just, I think there were a lot of smart decisions by Hasbro here. Incidentally, if you have his weapon, you can, if you want, store it on his back via that port, which is just fine. You can, store that back there if you so wish. But, he is meant to hold it in his hands, and he can hold it very well in either hand. You can either have that in or out, but it goes just like so. Boom, in his hand, and he is armed up. And again, I think there's been a lot of smart decision making here. Again, I'm a little disappointed that metallic gold didn't carry over on some of the yellow plastics. Like these feet here should have been that metallic gold color. I can rectify that myself. I have metallic gold paint, so I can take care of that myself. But again, a lot of smart decision making here. I mean, love the Autobot symbol. It's red on a silver background going on there. It's silver there, very G1, very cartoon accurate colors. We'll zoom in on that head. That is Snarl all day long. Love the blue eyes. Some people, wish there would have been some light piping or something in there, but nice molded details nonetheless. I think it's very smart. I do dig it. I dig it quite a bit. Let's back it off here. Now we've taken a look at that mug. I love the gold going on back here. I love how clean that backpack is. I'm not very big on backpacks. Whether they're, excessive or not, it doesn't really bother me. Lots of nice molded details. They didn't have to on the inside of this tail, but they did here. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the small things that they've done here. I really, really do. Lots of nice molded details throughout. Dig that. Very G1. So again, it all looks really, really good. Really not a lot of waffling. Again, people have complained about this cavity right here, but that doesn't bother me. There's the bottom of his feet. So a lot of smart decision making here, and I like it. I like it a lot. Articulation wise, let's pan up this camera a bit. There we go. So his head can, if you don't move that, his head can look, oh boy, not look up very far. Can kind of look down. A little bit of wiggle and waggle on there. It'll rotate 180 degrees, so you got that. But you can sort of cheat it and, you know, move that down. There is some molded detail going on underneath there, if you can see. Pause. There you go. You see right there. So it doesn't really break the mold all that badly. I'll move this up. This moves. I'm still not quite sure why that moves. I know for transformation that's necessary, but this in itself is a separate piece. I'm not sure why it really moves. This whole thing does for transformation, but this, I don't get it. So it's supposed to tab in here. See, there's a tab and a slot, but it doesn't stay very well on mine. It just doesn't. It's just, yeah, it doesn't. So, but other than that, you know, still smart decisions going on here. I wish that gold carried over here, but that's okay. I can, you know, do that myself. Anyway, back to articulation. So if you move the tail back a little bit, you can get all the way around. If you know, move out the shoulder. Speaking of the shoulders, you got about to there, which is pretty smart, pretty good. No real butterfly joint, but you do have a swivel at the bicep really low, almost the elbow. There, speaking of the elbow, you got over 90 degrees. You can't cheat it. If you untab it, you can cheat it and get a double out of there, which isn't bad. So you can cheat it, but normally this gets tabbed into there, and that's it. So again, that swivel, fists do rotate. So again, pretty smart decisions being made here. You do have a waist swivel, no ab crunch, but that's okay. Feet will kick forward on a soft ratchet that far, back that far, again on a soft ratchet. This is on a universal joint, it sticks out that far. So all in all, not too shabby. Knees, I'd say 90 degrees, which is okay. And you get some toe down. Not a lot of heel down, but that's okay. And you get this rocker on both sides. So, again, everything same on the other side. But all in all, not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. I think, again, Hasbro made some smart decisions with the Studio Series Dinobots. I love the scale. It's the first thing. They're true leader class scale size. All right? They're not short leaders. I'll give you an example. All right, time for some Hasbro nonsense. This is supposed to be leader scale, all right? Now, they call it leader scale because of the trailer, so they call it saying parts count makes it leader. No, it doesn't. Scale makes it a leader. This is not a leader. This is Voyager, all right? This is a Voyager figure. That is a leader scale figure, all right? Enough of the nonsense. People want to argue, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, as I was saying, before I had to edit my rant, this is not a leader scale, all right? That is leader scale. Anyone who says different clearly doesn't know what they're talking about. Parts count doesn't count in scale, all right? This is a Voyager. That is a leader. It can't be made clearer than that. Right there, boom. So all in all, I think this is a great figure. I think it's worth picking up, unless you know you're an MP collector. Maybe even then, that you could add these to your MP collection because they fit mostly right in. I mean, I think the two downsides, mostly aesthetic for me, is one that they don't have more of that metallic paint. All right. I wish the entire figure was painted, with the grays and the reds and the golds and the blacks. I wish that was all paint, but that's another thing. That's just subjective. We like what we like. I do think he's missing some accessories. That is definitely a downside, but what is here in of itself is good. I'm not experienced so far in any of the 86 line, any of the Dinobots anyways, any, you know, loose joints or anything like that. The quality has generally been really, really good. I think they've done some smart decision making with these. I don't know whether Hasbro was like, oh boy, we better get the Dinobots right because the fans are rabid or something, so, you know, release the hounds if we don't get it right. So I think there was a lot of smart decision making here. I think it's worth picking up, and I'm so happy to have it in my collection. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening. This has been my look at the Transformers Studio Series 86 Leader Class Snarl, and I like it. I dig it a lot. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out my playlist. Please click that like button. Really helps my channel grow. Helps those analytics when people click that like button. Leave a comment if you like what you see, like what you watched. I do have a Patreon. There is a link in the description below. If you feel like helping the channel and you have the means to do so, I sure would appreciate it. And above all else, be good to each other.